What's up, family? Man, I want to continue our series on this Mayat uh, brain fart. Today we're going to talk about some of the seven virtues, or one of the seven virtues. The seven virtues of Mayat are um, justice, harmony, reciprocity, order, um, propriety, balance, and truthfulness. Today we're going to talk about dang, just brain farting all over the place. Today we're going to talk about order, man. Because again, you got to understand the 42 laws of Ma'at are, man, just seven. They're not even laws; they're admonitions, things that you shouldn't do. Um, and again, stay with me. We're going to go somewhere. We're talking about trying to find balance, trying to find that joy, that peace, that happiness. You know what I mean? So many of us, especially now as December is coming up on Christmas, there's so many people stressed out. There's so many people frustrated. There's so many people committing suicide this time of the year. You know what I mean? More people commit suicide, and especially in America, more people commit suicide this time of the year than any other time. You know what I mean? Because we don't understand, or how life is. We don't understand how to live with what we've gone through. We've gone through some traumatic things. We've experienced some stuff that has hurt us, that has broke us, and man, we don't understand. How those things play out, how those things are in connection, those things are in alignment with Source, the Most High, the universe. You know what I mean? And so we get so depressed, we get so frustrated that we just give up. We're done. You know what I mean? And so today we're going to talk about order, because again, you have to understand that the seven virtues of Mayat, man, these are just, how can I say this? If you were to summarize Mayat, it would be these seven words. You know what I mean? These seven words just summarize what Mayat is. And today again we're talking about order, because every we have to understand that Mayat is just a divine order, universal order. You know what I mean? Stay with me. We're going to go somewhere. And upon all the other virtues, they all come from order. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. And so when you understand divine order, so many of, again, we talked about the things that we've gone through. This year was hellish for me. You know what I mean? If you look at the beginning of this year, I went through so much. So many of us have gone through so much stuff that has broke our hearts, that's crushed us. You know what I mean? That has gotten us to the point of wanting to commit suicide. Let me get some tea real quick. You know what I mean? So many of us gone through some stuff that's gotten us to that place of, man, I can't take no more. I'm done. Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't understand why God is taking me through this, why I gotta go through this, and da da da. And once we get in alignment with Source, God, the universe, the Most High, and we understand His order, man. And again, there's this saying, especially in America: order out of chaos, order out of chaos. And so, what so many of us is going through is it's just look chaotic as fuck. You know what I mean? It's just turmoil and just hellish everywhere. Everywhere we turn, there's some drama. Everywhere we turn, it's some bullshit. You know what I mean? And what God is telling us is that, man, hey, time out, time out, time out. It looked like that sometimes. It looked like all hell is breaking loose. Sometimes there's a fire that starts in the forest, not because any person has done anything, but because of a lightning strike. You know what I mean? And man, it just burns up a whole lot of shit. Animals are running wild. Everything's been consumed. And it looks hellish. And it's like, oh my God, the smell, the stench, the smoke, just the destruction. And that's natural events. And what God has said, out of all that chaos, out of all that suffering, out of all that pain, out of all that turmoil comes order. Stuff begins to calm down. The smoke settles, the smoke disappears, the smell's gone. Life begins to spring forth again. Life begins to flourish again out of all that pain, out of all that suffering. there's a new beginning. What am I saying? Order out of chaos, divine order. See, so many of us, we've gone through so much, but we've never understood the lesson in what we went through. We saw it and we were stuck in that victim mentality. So many of us, we got broken hearts, we were left, we were abandoned, met someone passed away, whatever the case may have been. We went through something traumatic, something painful, and we never really understood the purpose of it because we never got past the pain. We never got past what we suffered. We never got past what we lost. We stayed in the pain. We stayed in the hurt. We stayed in the loss because we didn't understand the order of the universe. We didn't understand the order that God had for our lives. And so many of us, we're not even walking in divine order. We're not even walking the path we're supposed to be walking. Are you in order? Is your house in order? Is your life in order? Are you on the path that you're supposed to be on? Are you learning the things that you're supposed to be learning? Is your thoughts in order? Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. Is your finances in order? See, so many of us, we get some money, and as soon as we get it, we got to spend it. We don't have anything saved up. We didn't even take care of our necessities. We don't have food stored up. We don't have, in case something happens, we don't have anything where we could eat, get us by for a few days. Is your house in order? Is your health in order? You can't be in order with God, universe, source, and you yourself ain't in order. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. So often, people talk about, man, I'm in alignment with God, da 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 da. And they're not even in alignment with themselves. How you can be in order with God and you ain't in order with yourself? You can't even control your thoughts. We have to grow up. We have to learn how to see the big picture, the universal picture, the God picture. So many of us, we get stuck on me, me. And yeah, it's about me until it becomes about we. Stay with me. What am I saying? You got to take care of you. You got to take care of your household so that you can be a blessing unto others, so that you can be a beacon of hope, a beacon of love, a beacon of light unto others. But there's a universal order, there's a plan, there's a purpose for everything. And so many of us, we can't see that. We can't even see the order for our own life. Many of us, God help me, when we talk about order, your children aren't even in order. What do I mean? They're disrespectful. They're ungrateful. They're unforgiving and a whole list of other things. And again, as they get grown, man, they're on their own. And what I mean by that is that's no longer your responsibility. It now becomes their responsibility to find out, okay, you know what? I know mama did her best, but mama was on that crack, mama was on that, or mama was wigged out, mama can let that alcohol go. And so, man, we kind of grew up on our own. But now that I'm an adult, I can't keep blaming mama for what she couldn't give us because she was trying to figure some shit out on her own. I got to get my life in order. I got to get my shit in order emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, financially, physically. I got to get my own shit in order. It ain't mama's fault no more. It's my responsibility now. It ain't daddy's fault no more. It's my responsibility now to get my shit in order. What am I getting in order? I got to take care of my health. I got to take care of my emotional health. I got to take care of my finances. I got to take care of my household. Is my house, my place of dwelling, is that clean and orderly? Is it organized? Or do I just got shit everywhere? Is my bathroom clean and orderly? Is my closet clean? Is the garage clean? There's an order to everything. Everything has its place. Everything don't belong with you. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. Order out of chaos. Order out of chaos. And the trip is that's on the back of the American $1 bill. Order out of chaos. And we talk about that on a conspiratory level. But we never really think about it on an emotional, intellectual, spiritual level. We never really think about it. Man, my whole life growing up was fucked up, and emotionally I was a fucking wreck and da 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 da. And man, I was a victim, and I was, ungrateful and angry and bitter and toxic as fuck. Okay, now how do I bring order to all of that? See, as you get older, you should have more order in your life. You shouldn't become more toxic and more fucked up, more bitter and more angry, more hateful. There should be some order there, some stability there. Order out of chaos. Are you 50 years old and still talking about the shit that you went through as a little kid and you ain't never healed from that? And you're still blaming that shit that happened to you 10 years ago as to why you're where you're at? Are you still hung up on the fact that this person left you 15, 20, 30 years ago and moved on with their life? And you never got up and was able to pick up the pieces and move on. You never bounced back from that failed business, from that broken relationship, from being terminated from that job, or whatever the case may be. You never bounce back from the loss of a loved one. I'm an order. Order. We have to understand. that as I get my life in order, I can help others get theirs in order. How's your diet? How's your diet? And again, your diet don't have to be impeccable. It don't have to be perfect, but there should be some order. You shouldn't be eating bonbons and ho-hos and cupcakes and donuts late at night and then going laying down after you drink a freaking 2 liter Pepsi or Mountain Dew or Coke. And the reality, America is the most obese nation in the world. There's nothing orderly about that. And this is not to fat shame anybody or any of that other stuff. It's just we're out of order. We're out of order with our bodies. We're out of order with our health. We're out of order with our mental health. We're out of order with our finances. We're out of order with our spirituality. We're out of order with our sexuality. We fucking anything and everything we can. Are we trying to? Why? Why are we so out of order with that? Why are we so out of order with our bodies? The Bible, the ancients, the Native Americans believe that your body is the temple of God. Your body is the temple of God. What does that say about your temple of God? What does your body say about your temple of God? Are you letting anybody, everybody hit that? Is your body a place where God would want to dwell? And that doesn't mean you don't have to be have a 6 pack and be chiseled and have a lean waist and all that other stuff. But is it sloppy and dirty? Is it unkept, ungroomed? We have to grow up. We have to grow up and understand that everything has to be in order. There's a natural order to the universe. There's a natural order to us, to every one of us. And that order shouldn't be fucked up and dramatic and hateful, ungrateful. That order shouldn't be loud for no fucking reason. Disrespectful. That order shouldn't be trying to minimize and tear down somebody else. That order shouldn't be lying and spreading gossip and rumors and bullshit and putting everybody else's business on blast. That order shouldn't be, man, I can't wait to get lit. We getting drunk. We getting high. Man, I'm slamming this dope. We fucking and all this other crazy shit. Every chance you get. There has to be some order. What does your order say about your life? Because there's order there. Probably just chaotic as fuck. It's probably destructive as fuck. It's toxic as fuck. And the crazy thing, so many of us, we don't live a life that's ordered in the best interest of humanity. But then we get mad and get disrespectful because we expect everybody else to be orderly. We expect everybody else to have some order to their life when they come to us. But we ain't got no order. We want everybody else to treat us a certain kind of way and be respectful and we're not even respectful to ourselves. You don't respect yourself having sex with everybody. You don't respect yourself slamming a bunch of dope and alcohol. You don't respect yourself vaping because you don't understand the poisons and the toxic chemicals you're putting within your body. That's not respectful. That's destructive. You don't respect yourself. We're talking about being orderly still. Eating a bunch of food. That's not good for you. You don't respect yourself if you don't try to take care of your body to the best of your ability. Exercising, stretching, order. The most important aspect of the seven principles of Maya. Order. Shows whether or not you're in alignment with universe, with God, with source, the most high. Order. Man, we have to grow up. Man, the next series is same series, but the next segment of this will talk about truthfulness, reciprocity, and justice. And the last three, we'll talk about that some other time. Hope and pray that I've said something to help you understand or just enlighten you or change your perspective or challenge your perspective. How that, man, order is so crucial. But you know what I mean? And especially within the community, when you look back again at the ancient times of Egypt, you know, the order, the Pharaoh, the people in the temples, the priests, the community. There had to be order. And there was order because everybody lived Maya. What am I saying? When you keep the seven virtues, not just keep them, when you live the seven virtues, You live in order with your community, with yourself, with the universe. When there's justice, when there's harmony, when there's reciprocity, propriety, balance, truthfulness. When you live these things, you're being Mayat. You're living Mayat. Mayat is not just a philosophy. It's not a religious thing. It's an orderly thing. It's a connection thing. It's a frequency with the Most High, with the universe. And order shows whether or not you're in alignment. Order shows whether or not you're connected. Emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, physically, on a frequency level. All these things, my emotions, my intellect, my physical being, all those things put me on a frequency. All that puts you on a frequency. Is your frequency in alignment with the Most High? I'm not talking about going to fucking church. I'm not talking about picking up the Quran or the Bible or some other books and just quoting a bunch of scriptures. That's just jarble. That's just talk. That's lip service. Is your life in order? Man, I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.